Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Study Extraordinary. Today we are going to start with our journey of mathematics. On this channel, we'll first do the basic mathematics that is asked in the quantitative aptitude section of various competitive examinations, and then we'll go towards higher mathematics. To start with, our first chapter will be number systems. But before that, subscribe to Study Extraordinary to never miss any update from us because we post regular videos on English and mathematics. So let's get started. Our first topic is number. What is a number? A number is an arithmetic value that is denoted by a specific symbol, and this value has to be very specific. By this definition, we mean that suppose we take any symbol that is 2. This 2 cannot be written as 6 because 2 and 6 have their own fixed values. And again, 6 cannot be written as 8 because all these three numbers have their specific values. So everything that is related to number has to be very specific. Now coming to a number system. A number system is simply a system to represent or express a sequence of numbers. Now 2, 8, 6, 5, these are individual numbers. But if we together write them in an order, this becomes a number system. Like if you have to express this in words, you will have to use a number system to express it. Now let us take an example to show you the importance of number system. Suppose we write a small sequence of numbers, that is 1 and 1. We have various different kind of number systems. So this number or this sequence of numbers, which is known as numerals. You can write a sequence of numbers as numerals, okay? This point is to be noted. Now this 1 1 can be written as 3 in the binary number system and can be written as 11, or you can say 1 1 in decimal number system. So this shows that the use of number system has to be very specific and should be known for a right convey of information to both the parties or for a right calculation or storage of values. Okay. So now in mathematics we have basically two number systems that we study generally at this level. That is the Hindu-Arabic number system or the Indian number system or the international number system. So first we will start with the Indian Arabic number system. So in the Hindu-Arabic number system, the representation has to be started from the extreme right, and then we'll move on to the extreme left. So starting from the right, remember from the right, because every number system starts from the right. So starting from the very right, we have ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore and 10 crore. This has to be memorized because this will be further used in the place value system. Okay. So now let's take an example. Basically these are the notations and you have to remember this. Now while making a place value chart, or basically how you will write this number in words. So for that you have to make this type of table. So from the right, again I told you, ones, tens, hundreds, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore and 10 crore. So we took an example of this sequence of numbers. We wrote them. We'll again start writing from this corner. You cannot start writing from this corner because it may mismatch, and in the end you will not reach till ones. And ones digit has to be filled. This is compulsory. So now to express this in words, we'll say 8 crore, 53 lakhs, 56,321. Okay, good. Now we will go to the next number system, but before that let me first recall you the face value and place value of the numbers, though you have studied in previous classes, but we will discuss it. So children, what is the face value? According to the name itself, it seems that the face value refers to the face of anything. Okay. So what is the face of a number? The face of a number is whatever it is written, like 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, anything that has been written. So all these numbers, wherever they occur in any sequence of numbers. Like suppose we take this example. Here we have 8 written at two places. If you use the Indian number system, then ones, tens, hundreds and thousands. The first 8 is at thousands position, while the second 8 is at tens position. So both these numbers have different place values because they are occurring at different positions within a single sequence of numbers. But for the face value, they have the same face value, whether they occur at ones position, tens, hundreds, thousand, or at any other position. So face value of a number does not depend on the position of the number in a given sequence. Okay, and its value will always remain universal, that is the number itself. Okay, now let us take the same example and express it for the place value. For the place value, we have two 8s again. If we see the place value of 8 occurring at the tens position, so it will be 8 into 1, 0, 10, because what is this? This is 10. So this is the formula. You have to write the face value of the number. You have to find the place value of which and then multiply with the position at which that number is occurring. Like 8 was occurring at the tens position, so its place value here would be 80. While here the place value of 8 will be 8 into, it is occurring at the thousands position, so you will multiply it with 1000, so it will be 8000. Okay, got my point? So place value and face value should be clear now. Now let's move on to the international system. Let's start with the international number system now. International number system again starts from the extreme right, and we have a fixed sequence of places to be spoken or written as. So these places are ones, tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000, 100,000. The new thing that came is 100,000. Then million, 10 million, 100 million, billion, 10 billion and 100 billion. This has a wider expansion as compared to the Indian number system, and this number system is used internationally everywhere for an exchange of goods between different countries. Now let us express the same number in both the Indian number system as well as the international number system to make it clear that we can represent a single number in both the number systems. So let us start with the Indian number system. So what will be this? We'll first divide. Now 95 crore 55 lakhs 44,935. Okay, is that clear? Let me repeat once more. 95 crore 55 lakhs 44,934. Now again coming to this number system, I'll also explain you how this division is being made. Let me just first explain you the process, then I'll explain you the division, because now we'll also have to insert the commas while writing this in the number form. Okay, so this will be 955 million. You have to take all the million values together. 955 million 544,934. Again 955 million 544,934. Okay, so these are the same numbers which are being represented in two different number systems. Now let me tell you how you have to divide these. The first division, we'll start with the divisions from the extreme right. The first division or the first comma will come after the 100 in both the number systems. This one single portion or section is known as a period. This is the first period. Okay. Now you will come to the 1000 section in the Indian number system, and you will put a comma after this. 1000 and 10,000. Here you will put a comma. And in this you have three sections of 1000, so you will put a comma here. So it will be again another period or another section. Again one after the million section here. Okay, if we had some suppose 8 value here, so this would have been like this. Okay, while in this you have to put it one between the lakh and 10 lakh, lakh and crore section. Okay, after the 10 lakh value. Okay, done. Now let me just take an example and I'll explain you again this putting of commas. I hope you're getting this chapter clear using my video, because I've tried to explain each and every bit from starting from very scratch and not hurrying up the content. Also, we'll solve more examples related to this topic in the upcoming video. So stay tuned, okay? I'll include each and every type of example, all different type of questions that can be asked from this video. Now, let us take a sequence of numbers as 8, 9, 7, 9, 8, 5, 3, 5. Okay. Suppose this is a sequence. And now you have to write it in number form only, in the Indian as well as international form. So first let's go with the Indian form. For Indian, you will start from this, you first copy the number. Okay. Now start from the extreme right. What I told you, first write the values. Okay. Now start from extreme right. The first will be after this section, then after the 1000 section. Sorry for this, I'll just do it. Okay. Okay. After this, then here. So this is how you will write your number in the numeral form using the commas. Now coming to the international system. Again, copy the number. Ones, tens, hundreds, 1000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million. Starting from extreme right, comma here, then after 100,000 section, then after, you don't have to apply it here because we don't have 100 million value, okay? So is this placing of commas clear? Now we have some small topics, two small topics, and then we'll come to the last topic of this video, that is Roman numbers, okay? Now comparison of numbers. This topic is very easy. You have discussed it in previous classes as well, and it's very simple. But for large numbers, let us revise a small bit once again, okay? So for the large numbers, I've created this flow chart. It is very simple. First, you have to take two numbers. Then you have to check whether the number of digits in both the numerals is same or not. Okay, like if we take an example 8, 3, 5, 6 and 7, 2, 3. So you have to check, you have to compare these two numbers. So you have to check whether the number of digits, like here the number of digits is 4, while here the number of digits is 3. Okay, so you can see that this has a smaller number of digits. So obviously according to the place value system, you know, ones, tens, hundreds, this value will be 723. While if you come to this value will be 8,356. Obviously a thousands value is bigger, so it's very simple, this number will be greater. So if they are equal, then start by comparison. If they are not equal, then you have to check the numeral with more number of digits is larger. So here more number of digits, it is larger. Okay, this case has been done. Now if we come to this case, here we have to start by comparing the leftmost bit, like left. अभी तक हमने जो भी करा था वो क्या करा था, rightmost bit से. Now we are doing it with the leftmost bit. Comparison is always done from the leftmost bit. Remember this. Okay, so leftmost bits and we'll start comparing, and then we'll check which digit is larger. And if a larger digit is acquired in each of the numbers, then that number will be greater. So let us take an example. 9, 8, 3, 5, 2. This is the first number, and the second number is 9, 8, 3, 4, 1. Okay, these are two numbers. So first count the number of digits. 5, here also 5, equal. This case will be executed. So in this case you have 9, 9, equal. 8 and 8, equal. 3 and 3, equal. Now 5 and 4, which is larger? Counting aati hai na sabko. So which is larger? 5. So this number will be bigger. Okay, this number will be bigger. You know the comparison signs, I hope. This is greater than, this is less than, and this is equal to. Okay, so this 98352, 98,352 is greater than 98,341. Clear? Now again we have another small topic, estimation. So let's do that. And on the basis of comparison and estimation, we have a lot of word problems as well as questions which we will discuss in the next video. Okay? Estimation is basically the approximation of the answer value that will come after performing any operation or of any number. Okay. Estimation has a large usage in a day-to-day life. And estimation can be basically, like for the estimation process, you basically have to perform an operation that is known as rounding off. Rounding off is that you have to convert the number in such a format that you don't need to memorize all the place values of that number. The number becomes easier to be read, understood, and to be operational, so that the operations can be easily performed over it. Okay, so this rounding off can be done on three to four different bases. Like according to the place value system in general, we do on it on three bases, that is tens, 100 and thousands. That is rounding off to tens, rounding off to 100 and rounding off to 1000. Okay, there is a very simple rule for this rounding off process. Like, let us first understand the rule for this one. Okay, so for this one, first you have to see a number, check its ones digit. Okay, ones digit has to be checked. Again, for this one, you will check the tens digit. For this, you will check the hundreds digit. So, what you conclude from this is that whatever the place you are rounding off to, you will go to one preceding place in the number system. That means you will go towards the right, and whatever the number that is occurring at that position, you will check that number. That number is to be checked for two conditions. If this is great, that number, suppose that number is some n value. Okay, n can be anything, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So suppose this is n and this n is greater than 5. That means that value is bigger than 5 or that value is equal to 5. These are two conditions combined in one single condition, greater than or equal to 5. Then we'll add 1 plus 1 to the tens position. Whatever number is on the tens position, you have to add 1 to it and replace 0 to the ones position. Okay, let me repeat it once more. If any value is greater than 5 or equal to 5, then you will add 1 to the tens position of that number and will replace 0 at the ones position. This is the greater case. Now if we come to another case which is less than 5, equal to we have covered in the case above, it is less than 5. Okay, if it is less than 5, then what you will do, this step will be crossed. This will not be done. The tens position will remain as it is. Okay, tens position will remain as it is, while you will replace the 0 to the ones position. Only this step will be performed. Replace 0 at the ones position. I know this is a bit new topic for you to understand, so it may take time. We'll take an example, no problem. And we'll take even more examples in the next video. So please make sure to check that video. Let us take a small example. Suppose we have any value 853. This we have to round off to the tens position. So what I told you is to check this position, ones position. This will be the ones position. 5. This condition will execute. It is equal to 5 now. So what you have to do? Plus 1 to the tens position. So what is 10? This position at 3. 3 plus 1 will be 4. And this 5 will be converted to 0. And all the remaining positions will remain as it is for the tens position. So this number will be rounded off by tens to 840. Clear? Okay. Now let's come to the hundreds rounding off. For the hundreds rounding off, again you have to check the preceding number. So यहाँ पे हमारे tens था, we check the ones one. Now we have hundreds, so we will check the tens digit. Okay, you will check the tens digit. Tens digit will be checked. If that, these rules will remain the same. In this only, you will replace all the preceding place values. यहाँ पे खाली one preceding था, तो हमने ones को replace किया था. अब यहाँ पे हमारे tens भी आ जाएगा replace होने के लिए. यहाँ पे भी आ जाएगा tens. ठीक है? Rule will remain the same. The only thing is you have to replace all the preceding place values with 0, and in case that particular position is greater than 5, then you have to add 1 to the hundreds place, to whichever place you are rounding off. For thousands, you will add 1 to the thousands place, and then replace the ones, tens, and hundreds place with 0. Got it? Okay. So now again take a new example. The new example will be A359. Okay, you have to convert this to by rounding off to the hundreds position. So you have to check this position. Okay, let us take another example because I have already taken off this case. I want to take off that case. Okay, so I'm taking it 8349. Okay, so now this 4 is less than 5. Okay, you know, and you are rounding off to hundreds position. So what you will do? Tens position will remain as, oh, this, now I'm sorry, this will be hundreds position because we are rounding off to 100. Okay, so this position will be remaining as it is. So 3 will come down, 8 will also come down because all the upcoming positions remains the same. Then this 4 and this 9, they both will be converted to zeros. So it will be rounded off to A300 in the case where we have a less than number. Now I hope you have understood the same for the thousands place as well. If not, and if you have any queries, you post your queries in the comment section below. I'll make sure to answer you and check. If that is not clear, then I'll add it in the next video. Okay? So now the last topic is about to come, and that is Roman number system. And with this, your number system chapter will be complete. Roman number system. Roman number system is an ancient system of writing the values on the paper. Okay, अभी तक हमने जो systems पढ़े थे वो इससे different इसलिए थे क्योंकि उनमें आप numerals को बोल भी रहे थे. इसमें बोलने का तरीका जो है ना आपका, वो प्रीवियस आप कोई भी हिंदू अरेबिक ले सकते हो या फिर आप इंटरनेशनल ले सकते हो, बट द वे ऑफ राइटिंग विल बी डिफरेंट. You cannot write as 5, 10, 30, 40, 80, 90. You have to use these 7 symbols. These 7 golden symbols are used to represent the Roman number system. Okay? So now, these 7 systems, they have to be learnt. They are I, V, X, L, C, D and M. All these numbers have a specific value. And you make sure this system is such a brilliant system that only 7 digits can write the whole counting. You can write any number. Okay. So this I stands for 1. This V stands for 5. X stands for 10. L stands for 50. C stands for 100. D stands for 500. And M stands for 1000. You have to learn this. There is no as such trick to learn it. बट हाँ, अगर आप लोग स्कूल्स को याद करेंगे अब, तो स्कूल्स में बेसिकली यही रोमन नंबर सिस्टम में लिखा होता था. आपकी क्लास कुछ याद आ रहा है देख के थोड़ा थोड़ा? ओके. सो नाउ देयर आर 4 मेन रूल्स टू राइट एनी नंबर इन द रोमन नंबर सिस्टम. द फर्स्ट रूल इज दैट द रिपीटेशन ऑफ एनी नंबर इन द रोमन नंबर सिस्टम मीन्स एडिशन. मतलब आपने इसमें से कोई भी सिंबल को रिपीट किया कि जितनी बार आप रिपीट करोगे उतनी बार आप उस नंबर को ऐड ऑन करते जा रहे हो. ठीक है, लाइक आपने लिखा x तो दैट विल बी 10 + 10 20. I तो इट विल बी 1 + 1 2. ओके, बट ये रूल यूनिवर्सली एप्लीकेबल नहीं है. इस रोमन नंबर सिस्टम की सबसे बड़ी ड्रॉबैक ही है कि इसमें रूल्स इतने सारे हो जाते हैं कि बंदा ना कंफ्यूज हो जाता है. तो ये हमारा क्वेश्चंस की भी लिस्ट है हमारे पास रूल्स के साथ. तो पहला क्वेश्चन क्या है? No symbol will be repeated more than 3 times. ये I, V, X, L, C, इनमें से कोई भी सिंबल ना आप 3 times ज़्यादा रिपीट नहीं कर सकते. 1, 2 and 3. Then you have only I, X, C and M. These 4. This is I, X, C and M. These can only be repeated while V, L, G cannot be repeated. अब इसकी एक ट्रिक जो है ना वो ये है कि आप और नंबर्स की प्लेसेस के जो है ना आप कहोगे आई, एक्स, सी और एम, ये सारे तो हो जाते हैं बच्चों रिपीट, और जो ये होगी तुम्हारी बीच बीच की लेफ्ट ओवर वैल्यूज ये होती है रिपीट नहीं कहीं भी। और मैं आपको बता दूं ये जो VLD होता है ना ये हर जगह पे कुछ ना कुछ लेकर आता है अपने साथ एक्सेप्शन, तो दीज आर एक्सेप्शनल वैल्यूज, ये अपने आप को ना थोड़ा बनते हैं कि हम बड़ी वैल्यूज हैं। ओके, तो ये 3 रूल्स आपको याद रखने हैं। अब हमारे 2 रूल्स और आते हैं, एक और भी है अभी इसके बाद मैं बताऊंगी, पहले मेन 2 जो रूल्स हैं वो ये हैं। अ स्मॉलर नंबर रिटन टू द राइट ऑफ अ लार्जर नंबर इज ऑलवेज एडेड टू द लार्जर नंबर। ठीक है, मतलब कि कोई भी आपने स्मॉल नंबर लिया उसको आपने किसी लार्जर नंबर के राइट में लिख दिया, मतलब इधर की तरफ, लाइक आपने लिखा V एंड I, तो ये I जो है ये तो होगी स्मॉलर नंबर बिकॉज I stands for 1 and this V stands for 5, so it will be a larger number। तो ये नंबर जो है ना इसमें ये जो आपका स्मॉलर नंबर है ये ऐड हो जाएगा। अगर आपको सिंगल नंबर ऐड करना है तो आप इसको यूज कर सकते हो, तो VI will be written as 6 because V stands for 5 and I stands for 1. Okay, now the next rule is just opposite of this one. In this, if any smaller number is written to the left of a larger number then it will always be subtracted। मतलब आपने लिखा IV तो ये हो जाएगा 5 minus 1, that will be 4, sorry। So this is the way in which you have to use these both the rules। We have cautions, we'll discuss the cautions and one more rule, then more examples, 1 or 2 3 examples, and then a whole bunch of questions is waiting for you in the next video। Okay, so now the cautions related to our rule number 3। the cautions are again this VLD, खूसट बच्चे, VLD can never be subtracted, तो यहाँ पे हमारा एक्सेप्शन आ गया VLD का, they can never be subtracted। I can be subtracted from V and X only, so this I, this V and X, the next 2 numbers that come after I, the I can only be subtracted from this X can be subtracted from L and C, again X, L and C। So you have to remember this thing कि the next 2 numbers that are coming after a number that can be subtracted, it can only be subtracted from those 2, मतलब जो भी आगे के 2 आ रहे हैं उनमें से ही subtract होगा आपका। अगेन दिस C ये होगा आपका D और M में से, और V L D ये आपके कभी भी subtract नहीं हो सकते। Okay, so this rule is clear। So we can take a small example, CM। now you have to see the CM, so what does this C stands for? It is coming to the left of that number, and what is the larger number? M, M stands for 1000, 1000 minus C stands for 100, 1000 minus 100, 900, then IX, 10, X minus 1, 9, we are following the rules, C is subtracted from M and I subtracted from X। now the last rule is when a smaller number is placed between 2 larger numerals, it is always subtracted from the larger numeral immediately following it। this is the key point, immediately following it, the next number that is larger to the number in between, from that number this number will be subtracted। okay, so the example XIV, then X is also a larger number, V is also a larger number than I, but we will subtract it from the number coming next, that is 5 minus 1, and they are coming to the complete right this whole number, so we will add it। ठीक है, 10, 10 के बाद आ रहा है हमारा 4, तो 10 plus 4, 14। again another example XIX, 10 के बाद क्या आ रहा है आपका IX, IX हम इस रूल से भी कर सकते हैं, इस रूल से भी कर सकते हैं, हमारा क्या आ रहा है 9, so 90। I hope all the Roman number rules are clear to you। we'll discuss more problems in the next video। now with this our chapter is completed। so if you like this video then press the like button। if you want to share this video with your friends, share it, and then subscribe to my channel, and I'll come up with the practice question video very soon, so make sure to press the notification bell as well so that you come to know। also I'm giving you the link of the English practice section video that we did yesterday. The link will be above or in the description box. So check it out. Bye.